Hello everybody, my name is The Local Villain, and I'm here to give you my top 3 albums from January 2023. This will not be a consistent series. What I mean by that is that next month I might have my top 4 albums, my top 10 albums, my top blah blah blah. But there's only 3 albums this month that really kind of drew my attention, and I stuck with them and I listened to them over and over and over again. Sometimes I just listened to them once and they really impressed me. So we're gonna get right into it with some honorable mentions. Let's go. Honorable mention number 1 is Nicole Dollanganger's Married in Mount Airy. Beautiful, very doll-like aesthetic that goes on throughout this whole record. It's haunting at times. Her voice is so pristine and high-pitched. It draws you in almost in this weird like child's play, like Chucky and all that. Really creepy, but also really beautiful and lovely at the same time. Check it out if you're into any of those things. And one last honorable mention goes to the one and only Babytron himself with Ben Rapier 3, The New Testament, which is the flip side or deluxe edition or whatever this is to his 2022 album, The Old Testament. What more could you want? It's more Babytron. Babytron is one of those artists where if you like his sound, there's an abundance of it. Very rarely does he go outside of his kind of circle he's made for himself. And he's comfortable there. He's not going to move anytime soon. Though another artist we will be talking about later gets very, very comfortable out of their normal zone. But if you're looking for somebody who just is good at what they do, Babytron. King of Michigan rap. Shout out Shitty Boys. I also want to say that none of these are ordered in any specific fashion. These are just when I would talk about them and kind of what builds up to what. At the end of the year, when I do my year-end top 10 or top 50 or however fucking many albums I feel like reviewing, that will be in order. But for now, these are not in any order. The first album I want to talk about is Cemetery's Butcher House. Now, if you've been keeping up with AOTY.com and you saw this randomly pop up, I think 2-ish weeks ago from today, and you saw this pop up and you saw this goofy ass cover of this dude posted the fuck up, I was curious. I gave it a spin, and I was pleasantly surprised with very funny and noisy and nauseous instrumentals and lyrics to back it up. I think this is a very funny record. I think it goes hard in the most awkward and corny way. I was listening to it just in class, and I was like, holy shit, this shit just I don't know why it's working, but it is. And it's very funny. I try not to go into too much detail because I feel just my brief description of these albums is enough to maybe get you interested. But if you're into kind of that Clown Posse or that hardcore kind of Zilkami kind of hip-hop vibe where everything is just firing on all cylinders and the guy is saying lyrics that make no fucking sense and are repetitive as all fuck, this is your album. It's very enjoyable to listen to if you're into that type of music. If you are not, this is not the type of album to start with. This is something where if you like that sound, check it out. If you don't like that sound, stay very far away from this record because you will think I am fucking crazy, which maybe I kind of am. But shout out Cemetery's record. The second album I want to talk about that I absolutely adored this month, and I played this one on repeat constantly, was Rozzy Plains' Prize. I think a lot of us are coming off from that Big Thief high after they released that beautiful record last year. And I think we're looking for something that kind of matches the vibe. You don't want it to overshadow, nor do you want it to underdeliver, but you're like, I need that pop folky kind of loving vibe. I need that. This album's got you covered. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. I think just as good, if not equal as a singer, as Big Thief's singer. Sorry, I do not know her name off the top of my head. Very, very similar. Honestly, I could be very stupid and this could be the exact same singer because there are times where I'm like, this sounds exactly like Big Thief. And that's kind of what this album, I think, I don't think it was directly going for that, but I think it's going to be a lot of people's draw in, is that it sounds like that Big Thief record, or just Big Thief in general. But if you like that melancholic kind of plucky strings with that very smooth kind of young adult singer, this is that album. This is the record. This is for you. You're gonna have fun. You're gonna feel contempt and happiness. You're gonna maybe have a smile on your face. Very good. This is a very beautiful record, and I think you should very much check it out. Shout out to Rozzy Plain. She was great, and I hope she has a great year off this record. And the last album I want to talk about, I think to nobody's surprise, is Lil Yachty's Let's Start Here. This album is a very hot topic right now, not because it's bad or anything. I think it's amazing. Let's just get that out of the way. I really love this album. I mean, obviously, it's on this list, but a lot of people are mad at this record because it's like, oh, Lil Yachty wasn't the first to do this. He's not the first hip-hop artist who's inspired by Pink Floyd and Tame Impala and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I get that, but Lil Yachty's doing it. And it's about recognition. It's about pushing the sound forward. And I think Lil Yachty, you know, he's up there when it comes to really well-known artists. And so when he comes and makes an album that is as beautiful and as layered and as inspired as this one, you are gonna start seeing people copy it. You're gonna start seeing people talk about it and think, oh, is this what the future of music is? Is this what we're doing? Is this hip-hop artist venturing into that psychedelic rock kind of era of music? I hope so. It was really good, and I think a majority of this record hits it on the head, and I think there's some points where Yachty doesn't exactly catch up with the music. What I mean by that is I think his voice just doesn't come up to par. And I'm not saying Lil Yachty's a bad singer. There are plenty of moments on this record where my fucking eyebrows flew off the top of my head, and I'm like, Yachty is singing this? It's a really good record, and I think if you're interested in music in the slightest, or maybe if you're not really into the scene and you're kind of watching this from the outside, I think this is a good place to start if you really want to get involved with it, because this is turning a lot of heads right now, and for very good reason. Yachty did very well, and I don't know who gave him this idea, but kudos to you. And that's it. Thank you all for watching. Short, simple, sweet. Hopefully you guys check out my next video whenever I decide to make that one. But if not, I'll see you guys next month. But if so, then I'll see you guys maybe in a couple days, a couple hours. Who knows? I'll see you guys later. Local Villain out.